Virginia. It's TTB Start. Um, episode 38. Man, we got a little drama with Cameron and Jay Uso. Jay Uso wrestler. Um, more news. Sad news out of Virginia. We'll talk about that. A little bit more news out of Iran and what's going on with the negotiations, and a couple more things on the docket. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, subscribe. Cash App open. Streamlabs is open, and the bot will come up and show y'all the link for that. And let's get to it. First and foremost, if y'all hearing this, man, happy birthday, G Money, man. I was just in his birthday stream on Takeover, man. But happy birthday to the homie, man. I was working on getting this stuff together on my stream, but want to show him love over there and everything. I should have, if I didn't have to work in the morning, I would have did a shot with him. But hey, it's Thursday, people got jobs and shit. You know what I mean? Not saying he doesn't have a job or anything. He doing his own damn thing himself, but you know how it go. And with that being said, another birthday, big birthday, and she about to have a fight with Ronda Rousey. I'm gonna say, next month, May 16th. Gina Carano. If y'all don't know, Gina Carano is like one of the biggest. Oh, by the way, what's up, Sass 81? I'm sorry about that. What's up, Sass 81? Gina Carano was like what was the first MMA female like fighter star that came around, like her, Misha Tate, and Ronda. And somebody else I'm thinking of is on top of my tongue, top of my head. But like Gina Carano, like why I got way more love for her right now is the fact that her dad was Dallas Cowboy back in the 80s. I believe he was like tied in or whatever. So yeah, the Carano is a real big deal down here in Dallas Fort Worth, man. And like she stood on business when it came to free speech and everything. Had to celebrate her on that one. And Disney kind of did her dirty, man. Like they could have worked that out, but like if y'all don't know the controversy she had back during 2020, she had tweeted because like it was a lot of persecution with people not wearing masks and all kinds of craziness going on. It was 2020 was crazy. And she said something to the point like, hey, this is how 1930s Germany was before things went super bad. And of course, like Disney didn't like the way she said that, and she ended up losing her gig with the Mandalorian, which she was like a favorite character on there. She was like one of the favorite characters next to like Baby Rogan and stuff. And honest got true, you can make an argument ever since she was off that show. The show never really recovered. Like yeah, they had spurts or something good coming out or whatnot, but like that show never really recovered. And that's that and Last Jedi probably. Last Jedi started like firing her from Mandalorian. Probably hurt. That probably was a mortal wound to Star Wars. Star Trek's in bad shape too. Why you playing? I'm not a Star Trek fan. Yeah, salute to the Trekkies. It just I can't get deep in that. I know the lore, but I just can't. Yeah. But so, yeah, again, happy birthday, Gina Carano. She looked good. Shout out to Gina. Okay, I guess I'll do some hard news right now until I get to the lieutenant governor situation. So, I'm just gonna give you an update on what's going on. Hold up, what's going on with the blockade? And this Trump talked about this earlier, and I just let him say what he got to say. Hold up. All these things just start popping up. There's one thing I don't like about Chrome. all the notifications pop up at the same time.
This is the latest in-person round of negotiations on the war in Iran. When will that take place?
Important. I mean, it's not a question of a round. All of them are
When
important.
will the next in-person
Probably, maybe over the weekend.
Will you send the vice president? Will you send the vice president?
The blockade has been incredible. It's held. They're not doing any business. They're unable to do any business because of the blockade. And so the combination of having no Navy, having no Air Force, having no anti-aircraft equipment, they have nothing. Everything is gone, including their leaders. Now they have a new set of leaders, and we find them very reasonable.
So that's pretty much it. Like from what I've been seeing, nothing really been moving around over there. Europe is scrambling, trying to find get a plan together for when the war ends, so they can regulate over there in the Strait of Hormuz. So and then there's reports like the next play is Cuba. So again, this is a game of risk right now. You gotta look at that standpoint. So that's all I gotta say about that. We probably know more about what's going on probably Monday. It might be some type of action, either the negotiations completely break down and we have to do drastic measures, which is possible because like we don't know who we're dealing with over there. Like he's saying this, but everything's posturing right now. So we'll see more of Monday what's going on. So this is a sad story, man. Justin Fairfax unalived himself and his wife last night in their home. It's a sad story here.
All right, thanks, TTB. We're continuing to follow that breaking news this morning. A death investigation in Fairfax County. A man and woman found dead inside of a home in Annandale. Police are on the scene right now. Fox 5 is working on this, staying on top of it to get more information.
Our Melanie Alnwick joins us live from Annandale with the latest. Mel. Hey, good morning, guys. So we've been watching as investigators have just now gone inside the home here at the end of Saxony, and that is Guinevere Drive that the home is located on. It's kind of dark right now, but every once in a while we'll see those flashes come out, which is investigators and crime scene technicians taking photographs inside the home. But a lot of information not confirmed by police at this point, but we do have some details that we were able to piece together from scanner traffic. The initial call came in a little after midnight, and the person on the line said he thought his father had stabbed his mother. When Fairfax County Police arrived, they did find a woman unconscious and bleeding in the home. Fairfax County Police tell me that she actually had been shot. Now, the son told officers he did not know where his father was, and his father's car was still in the driveway. There was an area-wide lookout broadcast. K9 and helicopter teams were brought in. Then police radioed that they had discovered the man they believed to be the subject in another area of the home with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. A gun was recovered, and the man was pronounced dead at 12:37 a.m. The woman was pronounced dead at 12:34 a.m. And again, so many of these details still we're waiting to get from investigators. Fairfax County Police want everyone to know is they believe that everyone involved in this incident has been accounted for, so no greater threat to the community. They are still working on making appropriate notifications to all next of kin, and they say once they're able to do that, then they'll release the names of the people who have died here.
So this is what I'm gonna say about this, man. This is sad. Let's take politics out the situation. Like right now, we don't know like if they were going through some things financially, or he found out something that happened or whatnot. But like, look at that family, man. You wouldn't think you would think they had everything together. Like he was a lieutenant governor of a state that's like important. Like probably one of the most important states on the East Coast, next to like New York and whatever, because of defense and whatnot, right? And that's where like a lot of like government officials live, especially in Norfolk. So yeah, You never know what's going on in people's households, man. And I understand it's cool to be over here chastising folks, roasting and everything like that. Yeah, it's cool, if y'all got a good rapport. But you don't know what's going on in people's heads, man. You don't know how people life household is, like people roasting each other wives and stuff, man. Some people take that shit serious and and we don't know what's going on with this. And I'm not saying this is the case or whatever. It could be something way darker than this, but like wives, man, you gotta respect your husbands, vice versa, you know, because y'all, like I said, you don't know how much pressure that man been under. And you have to look at it like this too. He was a lieutenant governor of a major state, like I just said, right? And no telling what he know or what he's privy to when it comes to like things that's going on behind the scenes, especially his own. This getting a little slightly political, but especially his own party or whatever. Or you don't know if somebody probably saw some things that because like the politics game, the whole like anytime you at a place close to power, man, corruption is like right around the corner everywhere. If they ain't gonna corrupt you, they corrupt your wife, they corrupt your kids. They're gonna try to get something on you so they could use you as a tool for their own bidding or whatnot. And it's sad, man. Like that family that they probably could have whatever they're going through, they probably could have worked it out. A lot of times when you think quick and easy thing, that mean they said that in Star Wars, the whole quick and easy is path to the dark side thing. It's true, man. Like you look at the Bible and stuff. Look at anywhere where the quick and easy route tends to get you at a worse part than actually going through adversity. It was a famous lyric, man. Like I ain't gonna say famous, but a lyric that hit me different. It's on a rock song. It was on a metal song. Through adversity, there's redemption. Like you may think things are hard right now. You may think things are like it's the worst thing in the world. You may think that, right? But maybe that's a tool to get you. Your redemption is to overcome that and become a better person. And you constantly making yourself a better person. It's almost like life is a gym. You constantly go in there. You lifting the weight of the world every time you go. You dealing with life, right? But as hard it is and how painful it is with recovering everything, right? You still growing to a point. You're growing or you're getting stronger. You're getting mentally stronger. Something's growing inside your body, even if it's spiritually. You're becoming a better person. So like a lot, we tend to want to give up when it's hard. We tend to you know, want to like I said, do the quick and easy, and maybe that suffering is a pathway to your freedom in some cases. Maybe you and it's like I don't know. I might be spitballing a little bit here, and I don't know what happened with this dude. But the fact is, when a man takes his own life in his own, there was a failure in some aspect. That in it, because man, we love differently. We want that's a failure that a lot of men it's hard to deal with. Is like the divorce thing and everything like that because that's a part of our legacy that we're breaking apart because we couldn't get things right. That's how we look at it, even though it might not even be our fault. Like we don't know this situation, but I'm just talking in general of just dealing with you gotta deal with life, man. And the worst thing to deal with life is to not deal with life and let it consume you. And eventually this could happen, unfortunately. So I pray for the kids, man, because like that's a hard pill to swallow. Find out your one parent took away. Because now this boy is gonna feel some type of guilt. Because the thing is, you as the son, like my father, right? I look just like him, literally. Like only thing different, I went to the gym way more than he did. I'm swollen. He was more of a slender baseball kind of guy, but facial features, hard eye attitude. You know, I'm literally a carbon copy of him, right? Not necessarily personality wise. My sister more like him personality wise, but as in just mannerisms, facial expressions, just all that, like how we carry ourselves. I'm just like my father on that one. So like, you know, that boy's gonna have to deal with a lot. He's gonna have to deal with a lot of counseling to get him over the hump, to not have that guilt. Because sometimes you're a boy, you think we think we could fix everything. We think we could fix our family and a lot of stuff. Then things like this happen. It hurts deeper than a lot of people know. Like it's gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. And hopefully he has a family that is patient, is gonna give him tough love when he needed, because his father's supposed to be there to give him tough love. He's not there no more. But love him for real, like make him to understand that you're not here alone. Because it's very easy when, especially as a man, when you have a family, we don't like to share this, but like deep down inside, we know nobody really give a fuck of us suffering. Really, we got to just deal with the shit deep down inside. No matter what our wives or what our mom or sisters or any other chick outside of that situation might say, deep down inside, that's the way we looking at it. Like, hey, we're gonna have to buck up and get through this shit and get to the next objective. You know, and this dude, for whatever reason, he feel like he didn't want to go through the next objective or go through the adversity, so he took the easy way out in this situation. And it's sad, man. And his kids gonna suffer for this, man. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let's get out of that one because it's kind of pissed me off, man. And this is my raw reaction. Okay. So this weekend, let me put some context to this. This weekend is WrestleMania. So just show note, what's up, Phoenix? If you I might be doing a watch party. If I get I'm supposed to go to the Texas spring game situation. I'm not too sure now. I'm not too sure because of how the weather is. But I will be doing a watch party for WrestleMania night 1, night 2 this weekend. The time really depends if I'm actually going down there to Austin for the spring game. So I'm gonna schedule the live. So if it look like I'm gonna be later than this, I might have to reschedule it a little later or whatnot. I have to see that when I see the situation at hand. I probably should be back here by 6. I think it starts at 6. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching on my phone no matter what. Like I'll be watching it. I have some insight on the matches and everything. So yeah, yes, the little programming note. WrestleMania watch party is this weekend. It's gonna be an open panel. Anybody come in, I come and talk y'all shit or whatever, do y'all thing. But I'm gonna be watching WrestleMania. You know, I mean, that's a tradition I got. I've been watching WrestleMania since WrestleMania 6. But hold on. Now let me WrestleMania 3. Yeah, WrestleMania 3 at the Silverdome one. That's the first one I ever watched. I watched with ironically my dad and them. So yeah, that's the play. So with that being said, This happened on last night, I believe. Oh no, it happened today. Okay, they must have did a recording today of the show. So let's see how this play out.
Listen, Mace, I don't have any more questions. Nick, I'm more mad at you because you keep bringing Saturday WrestleMania niggas here, and you don't bring us a Sunday WrestleMania.
Say less, Cam. I ain't got to be
talking to my
here.
producer, bro. You keep bringing Sunday.
That's weird to say, Cam. Saturday, this Jay Uso what's a champion, man? What the? Okay.
I need a Sunday
might be a
WrestleMania.
play.
I don't smell what the Usos cooking, and at the end.
Yeah, that might be a work. That might be a work. All right, wrestling term. Work mean a play in hood terms. It's a play. It might be a play for interaction and everything. I didn't see a clean hit. Unless he got a black eye, we don't know about. I didn't see a clean hit. And like bring up Saturday WrestleMania, cat. Yeah, that's a little weird. I might have to see in full context.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This is a really fascinating first segment to the show.
Where was you at, bro?
I came over there.
All right. I ain't say you done, bro. I just, my bad.
He did come over there. He also called security.
I was the one that grabbed him.
All right, my bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It look like a work to me. Finish it like a work. Because, like, why would you be antagonizing Jey Uso? Well, number one, the Usos is probably one of they in the top 10 of the greatest tag teams ever laced the boots. Let's call it for what it is. Just by they run right in there. And he come from a good lineage and everything. Everybody know about that. Yeah, it look like but just you wouldn't diss Jey Uso like that. That got to be a play. That's a play, man. Oh, Odom, I gotta get over that now. Odom, you gotta get over that. All the wrestlers, man, rappers, man, all AEW, they everywhere right now. So I mean, come on, I gotta get over that. But yeah, that like a play. That like a play right there. Hey, Cam kind of sold it though. I get shout out to Cam. Cam sold that shit, but like I gotta watch this again. Hold on. All right.
Listen, Mace, I don't have any more questions. Nick, I'm more mad at you because you keep bringing Saturday WrestleMania niggas here.
Why are you? It's a part like you said Saturday WrestleMania. Like, yeah, that's a play.
Yeah. And you don't bring us a Sunday WrestleMania.
Say less, Cam. I ain't got to be
talking to my
here.
producer, bro. You keep bringing Sunday. I need a Sunday WrestleMania. I don't smell what the Usos cooking. And at the end,
he talking shit to him while he walking. He ain't standing up. Okay, man. Yeah, that's a play. All right, this is why I know it's a play. Cause Jey Uso's attitude, like they've been going with the whole attitude, right? Good. Sayonara, Miss Sassy. Shout out to you. Jey Uso been going through this little dark arc. I'm sorry, dark arc. That's like a tongue twister. Where he's like he's questioning like his family a little bit more. He's getting more like jaded with what where he's coming from. So this goes along with that that whole his whole character arc right now. That's why I'm leaning toward this a play. So look, this is how we gonna know this a play. Odom, you know, hey, SmackDown tomorrow, right? SmackDown is in Vegas with WrestleMania. They doing the whole thing with WrestleMania the whole weekend, right? If Jey Uso's on that episode and they are chastising him for attacking camera and everything, that was a play. So that's I'm leaning definitely play, just because the way why would you even bring up Saturday WrestleMania? Like a regular interview is not, you're not even gonna be complaining, but you're gonna be happy that you got Jey Uso in the studio and you're gonna be going through the whole rigmarole. You're not antagonizing Jey Uso because, you know, if you want the interview, you want a good interview. Now, if Jey Uso was just a bad interview, which I highly doubt, because look, he's been wrestling for years. He know how to conduct an interview. And I've seen him conduct an interview with no issue. That's what I'm saying. This is more like a play, because Cameron had no reason to be slick talking Jey Uso like that, other than it being the play. So that's why I'm staying at right now. I'm from my initial reaction, that's a play. Now, Cameron, next show he got a black eye. I'm like, oh, he hit him for real. But we'll see. That's my initial reaction. I hope I'm hold on. What I did about 7 minutes. So I'm gonna clip that up and make that video. That's my reaction to that. All right. Elon Omar. I got shout out to Cartier family. I'm gonna have to big up y'all, man, because I don't want to go to YouTube get this video because like definitely Preface Code might be on some flagging shit. But here we go. Let's see how this play out.
Reading an article today about your comments on Marjorie Taylor Greene and the fact that like we should have empathy for people like her who've like realized all this stuff, right? As a leader, like I understand the overall point of that. Like it's two sides, and at one point we all got to combine. But like when she's a person that has like said horrible things about you, right? Has accused you of like, you know, everything that Trump and his administration lean on. Yeah. Why do you get to that point? Like, why not just like leave her where she is and let her do what she thinks she's doing?
Oh, I'm good to leave her where she is and let her do what she's doing.
I guess why say that publicly?
Yeah, no,
like,
I mean, my point is this. If you were led astray and you are adult enough, honest enough to say, I was wrong into believing that this was the right direction for our country, and I want to join you all because I now understand that you had it right, I'm like, welcome, right? I'm glad you finally got here because we believe that we are on the right side of history. And so if, you know, this person that was leading this mega movement that has been about division, that has been about conspiracy theories, that has been about, you know, figuring out who is American and who, you know, is not, depending on what their political opinions were, is now saying, no, actually the person who made us believe and called us to this movement is the person who is un-American, who is the person who doesn't want the best interest for all Americans in this country. And I want to join those that I now understand want the best for all of us. Now, am I gonna be kikiing with her? No.
So when you're calling for
before we get deep into this, the comments said that the Breakfast Club knows that she's bullshitting. The comments are cooking her on a liberal channel. They said, yeah, this made her look entirely worse than what it already did. Keep watching.
Democrats to show grace to former Trump supporters. What does grace?
All right. Phoenix, you want to come up here? This is hilarious. I've seen part of this. This is hold up. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get Odom. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, I don't. Let me put the.
I'm not.
Okay.
No,
it was
not the Trump supporters. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
not
if you had a change of heart in regards to policy.
No, I'm saying, what if you're a Trump supporter who had a change of heart? Former
policy,
Trump supporters.
Policy.
Okay.
Not, I mean, if you're Liz Cheney and you're like, I'm not voting for Trump, but I'll vote for Harris, but you still hold, right, all of your policy views that.
Look, here's the thing. With this line of Democrat, I'm not saying all Democrats, I'm saying particularly, I would even take AOC out this equation here. Because AOC is a little slicker than Omar. Omar's a true believer. With Omar, there's not, if you disagree with her, there's nothing you could do to be a better. I got you, Phoenix. How you doing, man?
I'm here. What up, though? How are you?
Yeah, I know I started later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Omar better get fucked up here. This is about to be hilarious. You know that, right?
Absolutely. But just because you said AOC is a little slicker, AOC is an airhead that is led around by other people in government that's been around for years. She can be manipulated.
But
Just saying.
what I'm saying, she sneak, because I see how she play the airhead role. Then she'll do something. She'll reach around across the aisle on some shit we don't know about. I'm like, what the fuck? She was part of that bitch? She's slick. You gotta, and how she answered the whole, like, the situation with those corrupt politicians and stuff. She was like, yeah, I need to get them out of here. I'm like, oh, that's different. You didn't used to hear that. That's what I'm saying. She's getting slicker. I'm not saying she no fucking mental student or anything. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, don't underestimate her. I mean, because
I don't.
yeah, she a little slicker than it, and she would flaunt her sexuality too. She learned how to do that shit too. So I'm just paying attention. Like, okay, she getting smarter. Somebody teaching her. Just put a pin on that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she knew to attach herself to the ones that's been there so she could learn the game.
Yeah, and like I said, she ain't. Yeah, she'll look slick. She'll probably go say all this little socialist shit and everything, but then she'll man, you'll find out she'll part of a building nobody knew about. Like, what the fuck? And it get passed, and like, that's the game she running. She looks, watch her ass for real. All right, let's see Ilhan Omar get destroyed.
Who gives a fuck who somebody voted for?
That mean nothing to me.
Who gives a fuck?
So what about former Trump supporters like the Marjorie
People
Taylor?
in the comments
Who
said,
gives a fuck?
Somebody's in the comments said, what the is she talking about?
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Well, what about former Trump supporters? Who gives a fuck what somebody voted for?
Yeah, but if you're
Who cares?
and you say this man is taking us to
We're
wars
fucking
that
adults,
will
bro.
destroy
What are we
us
doing?
and our resources and the future of our children, that is a policy position I
She care about the resources of our children right now. You hear that?
She's lying, but let's read.
have. I'm anti-war.
Got you.
We had a conversation about this when we were talking about the genocide in Gaza. That's why she came to it. She was like, my daughter was talking to me about it, showing me the images. And I told her about my daughter, in her advocacy when she was at Columbia as a student. And so I believe if you have changed the way you see policy, that makes a difference.
The cuts.
I do not think it's okay if you've just changed
Edited.
who you
that was
like
edited.
and dislike.
He's right about
What
that.
does grace look like without letting those people off the hook?
What does that mean?
Grace looks
What does
like
that mean?
saying, I agree when they make.
Charlamagne kind of lining her up. You seeing it too?
Yeah.
He's lining her up. That's why he giving an easy softball question right now.
She's been going around lying for a very long time, especially about the damn Lyric Center. The thing that irks me the most about this is they have to remember that these folks aren't from here, and they are sitting in offices and positions of power in our country. They only came to our country for the different opportunities that this country brings. They don't give a damn about America,
Amen to that.
which is why they are pushing for the same shit that they so-called fled from. They don't give up their culture. They don't give up their traditions. They don't give up anything that they identify with, that they were raised with in their country. I came from a war-torn country, yes, but you're trying to turn this one into what you just fled from.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If Minnesota is not a prime example from what's going on there, like people are being attacked, the fraud and large scale that is going on.
Put a pin on that part. We better get to that fraud spot part. We better
Go
get to
ahead.
that. All right.
A policy point of view, Grace looks like not dismissing when somebody wants to join your coalition, not just as a voting bloc, but as an advocate for the policies that you believe will create a better world for all of us.
I'm not going
to. Remember when was it Laura Trump that came on here? She was absolutely cooking so bad. This is who they.
I just don't understand what he means by let them off the hook. Let them off the hook for what? Oh no, somebody voted differently to me. You're a grown ass man, brother. You're like 40 years old. People have been voting differently than you your entire life, and now all of a sudden you finna be mad because somebody voted differently.
That's a good point. What do you mean by letting us off the hook? That's a good point. Homie right here got a good point on that. Like, what the fuck you mean let us off the motherfucking hook? Hey, we can't disagree with you? That sound weird there, don't it?
You can't disagree with them.
I know.
We all operating from one brain.
Yeah, we gotta be the fucking board. It's a Star Trek reference.
You in 2026
are smarter and they're more articulate than Democrats.
I'm not saying all that.
This right here is bad.
She's a foreigner.
Kamala can't articulate very great on here.
People think she's so great. They think they're so great.
Well, Jasmine's not that bad.
I think Jasmine flips and code switches.
You said
now this brother see why I sound like I mean, like I had to apologize to my old lady because she's like, you just don't like her. I said, nah. Until I saw the dude she was going against, we reviewed that. I was like, you know what? That's why I came. I said, Jasmine, I hate to say it, was a better candidate. You could reason with her. This mother, he sees it too. So I'm not alone. I'm happy. I'm happy I heard that. That's cool. That's what's up. A little confirmation.
Depending on who Jasmine talking to.
Anything on that before I go further?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Jasmine is not. I still don't know her policy, but how she presents herself is what I have an issue with. The private school, the education and everything that she has, she can articulate herself instead of walking around being the angry black woman trope. That I'ma get with you and the twisting of the neck and all that stuff. And it's just like, girl, you are this how you want to represent us?
And
You're a whole representative, and this is how you represented us as a black person, a black woman. The very stereotype that we do not want to be attached to all the damn time. You showing this shit on a national or worldwide scale. Like, are we kidding? That's what you're doing?
And crazy thing, a lot of sisters went with it. They like that shit. So it was effective. I get that. No, I'm not debating that. I know you got class, you know.
From the low hanging fruit, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, Jasmine, if she had, because my thing was, I was like, look, first of all, she got the one thing that is a leg up in politics in general, any popularity contest or whatever. She is good on the mic. I mean, she could talk, she could articulate well, and she she's TV ready, as in she's gonna relate to the sisters and the women and stuff in a lot of cases, and then the dude's gonna be like, damn, she cute. That's all that you right there. You got about 5 extra points in the polling right there, just by those two things. Because it's really that simple. Because like if nobody know, you from fucking Keisha from down the street, but you looking good, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be a natural attraction to you and whatever you saying. It's just natural. To be history proves is like the whole Nixon Kennedy situation. Like Nixon looked like an old curmudgeon, what politicians used to look like, and Kennedy looked like the clean cut, young dude. And he got the mamas loving him, got the women loving him, got the men want to be him type shit. It worked. It's gonna get right there. That's the difference between that election right there. He was good on TV. It's crazy to think about it, but it's that easy. Let's read.
Depending on how she gonna talk that day.
Do y'all remember what Laura Trump did on her? She abused every single one of them, and they don't treat Laura Trump like she's nobody in the Republic, but they do treat her like something.
I gotta keep it 100, bro. I gotta keep it 100, bro. I gotta keep it 100, bro.
So many good people.
I gotta keep it 100, bro. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit who voted differently than me.
And why do you?
I don't give a damn that any of these people voted differently than me. It's the rhetoric that I have a problem with.
Yeah,
when people in the comments say, "What the f are you talking about?"
No immigrant should be in any high level position. I completely agree.
What the is she even talking about?
I feel like she is.
Shout out to our community. A lot of us waking up, man. Shout out to man. Shout out to the brothers, man. Brothers and sisters picking this shit out, man. Like, hey, man, hold up. Hey, it made me want to keep on doing YouTube.
I just like because they don't care about our laws, our way of life. They are not assimilating to us. They expect us to assimilate to them, even though they are in our country.
Yep.
They are literally trying from the inside out to obliterate everything that America stands for and tell us is wrong because white man bad. Okay, but if you feel like white man bad and this is a white man's country, why are you here?
That part.
At the end of the day, you still dismissed us as black people who are also here.
And
who built this damn country?
And she married to a white dude too. See, it's just weird how that go. They talk all this shit. Yeah, it's just weird, man. Like
about white people.
Look,
but yet they laying next to the enemy.
I have no issue with interracial marriages and anything like that. I have no issue with that. What I do have an issue with,
absolutely not.
If you gonna separate and come to me saying you blacker than me, and I'm colonized and I'm this and this, and you got a white that's gonna. I don't look at that. Hold up, hey, I created black life. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I created black life, so you can't be no more pro-black than that. I created and raised black life. Right?
Yep.
What's more pro-black than raising a black
kid? In our face.
And then that even and see, I don't even like people like, well, if you date outside your race, you divesting. I don't even like that talk because like if you're a black man, anything you create is gonna be black. They're gonna identify what you are if you're there and you're doing what you need to be doing. I see it every day. You know what I'm saying? The kid, if the man is in the house, the kid is gonna gravitate what he's about to a point. Now it's not gonna be 100%. It's not gonna be they're gonna take up everything a man doing everything, but it's gonna be something they take up that is gonna know a man been their life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I've created and I'm raising black life as well. But again, these people here will play in your face. A lot of them will sit up there and tell you, again, white man bad. But those same people, whether it's in media, in government, and entertainment. Oh, they such a racist. They this, that, and so forth. They trying to take away your rights. Okay, well, we got a Democratic governor that just trying to write a law in and saying that they want to dismiss the electoral vote and just go by the popular vote because they believe, since they are now a sanctuary state, that and they're gonna commit fraud because they're gonna try to wipe out voter ID next in that very state, that the illegals get the vote and they're gonna vote for Democrat.
Yep. All right, let's read.
Now the illegals have a say so in our country more than we do.
They think they do. They
And
really
then they're
think
gonna say that's what the American people want.
Yeah. All right, let's read it because this is a 21-minute video.
Dancing around the
What's up?
Mhm.
All right.
fraud questions.
They don't understand what she's saying.
She's not talking about shit. Bro, she knows that she can't articulate a point because she doesn't have one. I want them to join a coalition because they're right. What are you even talking about?
Y'all realize one
showing
thing.
grace and keep them off the hook. What does that even mean?
She haven't said one policy.
Not just as a voting bloc, but as an advocate for the policies that you believe will create a better world
What's your
for all of
policies?
us.
What does that mean?
Good questions. Oh my God, they asking the right questions. What's the black? This the thing, like, and this is part of our problem as a community. We need to develop a black. What's our political agenda in general? Like Malcolm, Martin, all them, they had political agendas. So they like, look, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're trying to get. You know. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's end segregation. Let's do what we need to be doing. Let's build up the economics and everything. Let's get land. It was something tangible. And see that's one of the problems with our community. Like I know I'm not. I hope I don't sound like I'm bashing anybody or anything, but we need masculine leadership in our community, and just straight up, because we think of this type of shit like, all right, what I can do, what I need to make our community better. Like, have you ever, you talk to your boys, right? Have you ever just sit back and talk to, hey, how would you make this world better? Have you ever did that? My mom used to do that with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thought, and
Yeah,
then
I have.
and sometimes it's gonna be some off the wall shit. You're gonna be like, and your nature is gonna be like, nah, that can't happen. But you if you're good, I mean, good. The great minds be like, okay, what work that problem out? How you gonna do that? And if you give
I
a
asked them
man,
how would they contribute into moving that forward. So,
what's your plan? Because what will happen? We have to have purpose. Men have to have purpose. We have to have purpose on everything we want to accomplish in life. We have to. Lot of stuff that happens that when men we get frustrated, we get violent and everything, is because a lot of cats don't even have a purpose outside of being able to put force upon somebody. You know what I'm saying? But that's real. I could get in a deep tension over that. That's real.
That
More Somalian
we
money.
find places of agreement and we work together to try to further those places, to expand those places, and so that we can include others. Because ultimately,
Kamala, bro.
you know, why do I
And
make
what?
the choices I make? I've got
She ain't said one
little
policy.
kids. I'm mama of 4. You know, there's a lot of things I could do
The fuck is she
in my
talking
life
about?
that is
They
not
supposed to control
about
the
being
stock
on a
market.
flight 2 to 3 times a week. That is not, you know, being on the house floor voting until, you know, 2, 3 in the morning, missing my daughter's graduation celebration, or not being able to go to my youngest daughter's track meet.
Sorry.
national-
This is
What
why
the hell
Senator
does that have to
Kidd-
do with a policy?
This shit gotta stop.
She ain't said fuck one policy yet. She ain't said, all right. Because see, the thing is, when you start
Like,
talking
what
policy,
policy is this attached to?
What this is what she'll do. If you start cornering her into a policy position, she's gonna say something like affordability, which make okay. How the all right, let's make this make sense. How you gonna make it more affordable? And then
What are we making affordable? And how is that happening?
no. It's affordability.
Affordability and what? Oh, affordable and living.
Yeah, affordable
What the fuck
living.
does that mean? What
Yeah,
does that mean?
that part. Like it's not. It just sounds good, and then you have to think about it. People who are they looking at us? All right, damn, we at war again. I won't go to the gas station. It's high. Oh, they're about affordability. They don't ask a question. How are they gonna get this stuff affordable? Nobody asks a question. You just hear affordability. So that's a big play, big plan for 2026. It just say affordability. So what? This was a funny thing. What happens when things end up being affordable? All of a sudden, let's say this Iran thing gets settled out in May for whatever reason, right? Or not even like settle down as a war settle down, but like the gas. Let's say the Strait Hormuz stay clear of anything going on, and so it regulates the price of oil and everything like that, and natural gas and stuff. Then voila, back to 280, 280, $250 gas. What's your talking point now? What's happening there? They're gonna go back to ice. And I keep it a buck with you. They fucking up with that part because you might want to. We in a war with somebody that we don't know that half they motherfucking Revolutionary Guard might be in our cities right now having sleeper cells. We don't know. They let everybody in here. So if I'm the Democrats, I'll fund ICE. I'll get them. I'll let Trump halfway. Then eventually somebody gonna slip through the cracks and gonna do some type of major attack. This is destined to happen. It happens every so often. Somebody gonna figure some shit out and do something. Now you got a talking point about Trump not keep us safe because he started a war over there. You could actually use that, and a lot of people fall for the shit. Half the Republican base. I ain't gonna say half. That's probably a lot. About 10% of the Republican base right now saying that and saying Israel the reason why we got there. They believe in this shit. So what would end up happening then? If y'all did this and played this the right way, 10% of the electorate stay home, the Democrats get the House easily. Maybe a foothold in the Senate too. But like I said, they doing stupid shit. They doing this shit right here, talking in riddles and vagueness and shit, and not presenting any policy to actually be a contrast.
All I know is she is doing a very enunciated word salad.
Word salad. Well, like word party.
Hmm
Did your kids watch Word Party?
She's enunciating, but she ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Was the word pontificating? Pontificating?
Yeah, she's pontificating a bunch of BS.
All right. Let's read.
That sacrifice is so that I can fight to create a world that is better than the one we have today.
How, Sway? I don't know.
How?
Yeah,
I'm gonna need at least a 2-point plan. I ain't heard of 1 point.
What does that mean?
Kamala.
What is
Kamala? Shout out to
Right.
Kamala. You know what? Let me shut up. Let me go finish.
A world that's better than what is the policy she's talking about advocating? More foreigners and putting foreigners on even ground with the white oppressor. That's what they talking about. That's what their party talks about. More LGBT.
World and change, bro.
More immigrants, giving them the right to vote, giving them equal ground with American citizens, and letting everybody have an equal voice. I don't think that should be a thing.
In America, tax Americans and then give the money to
changing America is doing Americans good and bringing money to America. That's what's going to change.
If you look at the macro thing, this war, Trump is kind of knocking out our trade deficit on a cool. But you don't need to talk about that because that's too much good news about Trump. We don't need to talk about that. I mean, you know what? We both colonized Phoenix.
Okay.
But we colonized. We are talking against our best interests. Like they know our best interests.
The hell.
That's real.
America is
against my best interest.
I love when motherfucking white liberals say I'm voting against my best interest. How the fuck you know my best interest? Oh, am I supposed to be see? Because like the white liberal, they were slave masters. They you voting against your self-interest. Okay, so I need to be a slave. What are we saying here? See, because man, hey, the fun part. If you ever talk to somebody that they think they're an ally. Oh, what's up, Chapel Cassie? I appreciate that the other night, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, you really want to just find. I like to find the racism in some of these like white liberals that like to. You don't know what you're talking about. You voting against your rep. I'm saying, am I?
They are more racist than the people that.
Oh, I know.
They accused of being.
Hey, finish. You're breaking up.
They're more the liberals. I said I'm moving around.
Okay.
The liberals are more racist than the people they are actually accusing of being racist.
Mm-hmm. We see it all the
time. They literally said, we don't know how to access our birth certificate at the Vital Records Department, you fuck. It's hard for married women to get their birth. I mean, the name on the birth certificate is not the same as the name on the state ID because they married. That's what the fuck a marriage certificate is for. And what you fail to say, because we just dumb. We dumb niggas out here. We don't know no better. These are the same forms that we would need to get our ID. We don't need a birth certificate to get our ID.
It has
to get our marriage license. We need our birth certificate. To get a passport. And if we are married, we gonna need our birth certificate and our marriage license.
It has last name and maiden name. It got all that on there. That's why I'm like, what y'all talking about? I'm tearing up. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
In order for us to get a passport and we're married, it's the same fucking thing. Oh, why would you have to prove that you're an American citizen? It's literally the requirement to vote in this country.
Yep.
Is to be an American citizen. So if you have 20 million illegals here and they are using other people's ID, we're going to need to see, just to vote, we're going to need to see if you actually belong here, sir. Because why is your last name Watson and you looking like a Julio Iglesias?
Phoenix, you're making too much sense right now. They're gonna chastise you.
Okay, but did I lie?
No, not at all.
Okay, well.
Let's read.
The American taxpayer a better life with the taxpayer dollars that they spend.
How do you do that?
Stop spending money overseas. Stop paying money to immigrants. Stop giving government subsidized housing. And give people who pay taxes more tax breaks.
More jobs.
More jobs.
A good economy. So for that, you have to have good business skills. So that's why we elected the
you know
man
what
we
would- you
did.
know what would
And
help?
now with this bullshit.
You know what would help Americans in the economy is if they got rid of H-1B visas and gave those jobs to American graduate and American workers.
What's up? What's up, Phoenix?
He over there having conniptions.
Yeah, because I mean, shit real. He gonna go out blazing. It's shit real. All right. I want to skip a little.
I understand because again, yeah.
I might have to skip a little bit. Let's see what happens.
And have money for the business to run, it's going to have more workers.
Okay. Let's get to the farm.
If it can't do that, it can't operate.
He tired of it. He's like, let's just get to the meat. Be on this ball real quick, pals.
Need
You know?
for nationals.
Mhm.
That sacrifice is so that I can fight to create a world that is better than the one we have today.
No, bro.
You from Somalia.
That it's about creating a promised future that is
A
better
world.
for my kids and their kids and for all
Did
of
that
our
already?
kids. I make those sacrifices
You know.
because I love the idea
So I
of
hate
influencing
him.
policy and being able
Oh,
to,
man,
as
slick.
Pelosi
Okay,
used to say,
looking
be
at her.
part of the arena.
Do you think Republicans would show you the same grace?
No.
you're asking for?
I
No.
don't know if I care. I was never the kind of person who's like, I want to be liked. I'd like to be respected. There's some Republicans who'll say stuff on TV and I'll go,
That's the
You
most
see how
honest
sister-
shit she said since she been up there.
But you see how sister looking at her? You see how the
Yeah.
sister looking at she look like, oh, you full of shit. I didn't know you was
Absolutely.
oh
Here's the,
man.
yeah, hell yeah, because she said, I want to make the world a better place. Bitch, you are in America. You in the world, yes, but you are in the country of the United States of America. Try that first. Because before we can concentrate on the world, we have to concentrate in the country that we are in, which is home for us. Like I was
That part.
watching something earlier, it was like, yeah, Mandami says he loves New York like Trump. There's no fucking way Mandami and Trump loves New York the same goddamn way. That nigga just got here. Trump was born and raised in New York.
Shit,
He
done got
is a
slices.
New Yorker, which a
He
lot
done
of
got
people tend to
slices
forget.
he done got slices at the parlor and shit, you know. Come on, man. What are you talking about? You don't have to pick out the
He is an
pepperoni.
actual fucking New Yorker, born and raised.
That part.
Mandami, what? He
Man, that
just
motherfucker
got
went-
here compared
that
to
motherfucker
Trump. So no, they do not love New York the same way. And Mandami is destroying that whole damn state
You're not gonna
single
love New
handedly.
York. You're not gonna love New York more than anybody that went to Studio 54 when it was open. You're not just not you just
Okay, or the tunnel.
or eat CBGBs or some shit like that. I mean, that's what Trump was hanging out at. You know, shit. He'll hang it out there and make his own shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna love Trump. Like you're not gonna love New York more. Like I want to challenge Nas if he loves New York. You know what I'm saying? that's equivalent of what you're doing right now.
Yep.
You travel Trump is synonymous with New York. You know, you can't. I mean, am I tripping saying that? They ain't outlining it. That's like
No, that's literally, yeah. You can't think of New York without thinking about Trump. Yeah,
let's
he is
read.
synonymous with New York, so it's not possible.
Yep.
up to them and I'm like, would you like to say this to my face?
I would say it to her
And when
face.
they'll walk away.
And then walk away.
Right.
Oh, I
And
would
so
say
to
it to
me,
her face
it's like you know, or some that are like nice to me in person, and then they'll go on TV and they'll say something, and then I'll find them on the floor and I'll say, like, this is the last time you say hello to me. Because to me, you know, like respect matters. But we don't gotta like each other.
Charlamagne done figured out the skill of looking at somebody like they're full of shit, but without looking at them like full of shit like Tucker used to do back on when he was at Fox. You know that look he used to give when people Yeah,
Yeah.
he's learning how to do that more and more. So salute on that. Like you know, he does some whole ass shit, but I respect respect the hustle. Let's go.
But you have like that's all I care for is respect.
All the conversations right now about, you know, the oversight committee and you and your
here we
husband
go.
and your businesses.
Yeah.
And I've seen you say that you think that this is just a distraction.
Right.
Right. But like when things like that happen, it's like, but those same people are the people you're telling us to have empathy for and want to go have conversations with, like people on the other side who are suggesting that you be investigated.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
you
I
should
mean,
be
and
investigated.
Listen, suggest all you want. Please investigate all you want, right? Like to me, I'm
That sounds kind of cocky to you. Am I tripping?
Do you feel like you tripping?
No, I don't. I just want to. That was a little cocky,
Okay.
wasn't it? That was a little cocky. I mean, I'm happy you're here because I know I'm not tripping. That's why I'm like, I know I did. That's some little arrogance there. Look, you see his face. It's like, oh, she thinks she's slick. Okay, let's see.
I'm not like I'm above the law and how dare you, you know, like
projection.
I understand
right now.
Politics.
That's projection like a
I understand what these people have to do in order to like feed their base. What I'm talking about is, are you going to vote for these things that we want voted on?
So what she's saying is she don't give a damn if you voted, if you was bad to them. If you leave and vote for our party, she wants to accept you. That's all she's saying. She said, I don't give a damn if you was bad in the past, if you was a Trump, and you shitted on me. If you're willing to leave that and vote for what we want, we'll accept you. That's exactly what she's saying. Now they asking her.
Are you going to vote?
They asking her, well, these same people that you're saying to accept and forgive, what if they're talking about investigate you? Why should she not be investigated? Why should any government official be above investigation? If they start investigating people on the right, I would be in favor of it.
She said, let's do it.
Why do they
You
act
know what
like
they just created? The Nick Shirley Act. So I don't want to hear none of shit.
Are you going to vote for these things that we want?
That's all she care about is votes. That's
Right?
what she just
Are
said.
you going to oppose the things we want opposed on?
Yeah.
In other words, have we brainwashed you enough? Because if we have not, then we got to get rid of you and put somebody in place that's going to vote the way we want them to vote.
God help us. And people are calling us all kinds of stuff for questioning this shit.
Okay, well, you let those are the ones that are brainwashed,
Amen to that.
and they are destroying their own country.
Yep. And let's read.
But what do you expect with people when they riot? They destroy their own damn neighborhood. So
like we see how in Minnesota look. Like ain't no way I used to want to go up there and see like
it's starting to look like a war-torn country.
Like fucking Eastern Bloc Europe and shit.
Prince would never.
Ever. Imagine he had to drive through that shit in Purple Rain. Now he rolling his way.
And the songs that he would make about this shit. Cause ain't no way.
Yep. We halfway through. Let's go.
I get it.
So to me, like if we can be on a team to get these
votes,
policies that are helpful,
these votes
for the bottom line for every struggling American, let's do that.
I get it. I think it's.
But
no, go ahead.
She went around it pretty good.
If it is about like all the other stuff,
what's the
yes,
other
then
stuff?
we'll battle because
What is the other
that's
stuff?
necessary. And so that's kind
does
of
that
my distinction between
Vagueness.
those two
The
buckets.
things that are
if
best
that
for
makes sense.
us.
That's just
Let's stay here for a second. Republicans, like Lauren said, they are pushing this ethics probe
She's
over
not
your family's
American.
finances and your husband's business dealings.
It
What do you think
makes
that's really about? Is
absolutely
it
not a
accountability or
fucking
politics?
no
Hold on,
sense
hold on,
at all.
hold on. We will miss something. Go ahead and say what you gotta say. Hey, it gotta get good now. Charlamagne's
No, I was just saying
terrified.
that she gave nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
She basically just said if she needs people, even on a team, you're not going to agree on everything. You compromise, you acquiesce, but you don't agree.
Mm-hmm. Might tolerate some
You
bullshit for a
do what's
little bit.
best for the team, but anything she believes in ain't got nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with her people. And if you really believe that your black ass is sitting in that studio comes before them folks in Minnesota
Hell
that are
nah.
here illegally,
Matter of
okay,
fact,
cool.
she'll lie to your face and like, yeah, them stupid. She'll be calling us stupid niggas in the way
Oh, ain't
home.
no fraud going on here, but you got daycare centers and travel agencies that don't exist.
And don't
And
even
they just
spell
passed the
that.
Nick
Don't even
Shirley
spell
law
the
saying
learning
that
right.
if you expose fraud, we gonna criminalize your ass, not the fraudsters. Like,
I
are you
don't know.
serious?
How is that constitutional? That gotta be that.
It's not.
That gotta
And they are
be
not supposed to
First
be making
Amendment.
laws that goes against any parts of the Constitution.
That'd be First Amendment.
They are literally, like I said, they are literally trying to destroy everything America was built on.
That part. Yep, I agree. Let's
No
read
state can make a law that trumps federal law.
that part. Because I'm just thinking about that law. That first of all, that violates First Amendment straight up.
It does.
That violates.
But you protected Don Lemon from bomb rushing a church. They peacefully protested ICE, even though they terrorized the people that's in the church, and saying that he is under the Constitution of free press, free speech, and all that. But then, if you are going around saying, "Hey, I need to know where my tax dollars are going, and it seems to be going here, so let me go and see how this business is thriving and see how my tax dollars are helping,"
Yep.
and that business doesn't exist. That is what you're gonna sit up there and criminalize and have people paying fines and whatnot. But ain't that free? Ain't that freedom of press? Ain't that free speech?
And
Oh, okay, you're gonna make a law saying that they can't do that. Oh, okay.
if California go through that law, man, that they're gonna be the Supreme Court might get involved in that shit, and you're gonna have to. That's something different there, man.
Oh, let's not even talk about California, honey, because they done ran down. They done ran California all the way down.
Hey, yep. All right.
A lot of the old money that used to be there is no longer there.
Oh, I know.
Between those two buckets, if that makes sense.
Let's stay here for a second. Republicans, like Lauren said, they are pushing this ethics probe over
not
your family's
American.
finances and your husband's business dealings. What do you think that's really about? Is it accountability or politics?
Well, it's not accountability because they haven't done anything formally, right? So it is just politics. It's like we're gonna subpoena, we're gonna do that. It's like it's all of these things that are
bullshit.
They're never going to do.
Charlamagne's lining her ass up. You hear me? That's another lineup. You think he's slick? I see what you're doing, Charlamagne.
So they're
What's up?
That's a shot. You know I'm sleepy, right?
Oh, all right. We almost there.
just saying it because then that gets them an interview on Fox or Newsmax or, you know, you'll see they tweet and like 5 minutes later, if you check, they already got a clip of themselves being interviewed 5 seconds later. And so it is more about, and it's usually like a lot of members that struggle to get or are like really desiring, right? Like there are a lot of members who come to Congress and they are comms heavy. Their office is very comms heavy.
I don't know who the hell that is.
They're trying to get on every TV show that they can. And so that's what a lot of it is like driven by since I got.
So what she just said is all these Republicans is doing
nothing.
is barking,
don't think so.
not formally filing shit just so they can get on TV for clicks and views and retweets.
That could be possible.
Verbatim what she just said.
That's a fair argument.
That's
That
exactly
could be
what she said.
possible.
They're comms heavy. Comms heavy means they want clicks, they want clips, they want shit to retweet.
TV
She's saying they're
shows,
not doing
Fox,
anything. She
CNN.
said it's not for real because all they're doing is doing this to get on TV.
Well,
So
both
as I've
sides
said
are
before,
doing that,
I've said before multiple times, I'm tired of the politicians. Oh, deport this person, investigate this person. Nobody goes to jail. Nobody gets deported. Nobody gets investigated. So she's right.
Why did they create the Nick Shirley Act though?
To stop exposing their fraud. JD Vance just closed 100 hospices in California based off what Nick Shirley exposed. So stuff is getting done, but what she's saying is they're not coming after us. They just talking.
Oh,
you see, they just today brought articles of impeachment against Tim Walz, and that shit been going on since 2025.
You know, they're buying me a ticket back home. It's like, it's all of this stuff. You know, I joked with Nancy Mace that she could drop off the ticket because I'm next door to her office.
Damn,
she hasn't dropped off a ticket yet. If you mean it, send me that ticket. You know, but it's all about, you know, how do I get this click? How do I, you know, then send the fundraising email? How do I say, you know, I'm holding Ilhan
She didn't say it wasn't
accountable?
true.
Yeah, you know, probably got some points on this because like it's a lot of talking going on. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing that part. You know what I mean? So I give her points on that. Am I out of line for saying that?
Here's why I'm not sure, because they can say what it is that they are going to do, but everything has a process.
Yep.
See, they keep saying that not the Republicans, but Trump himself wants to dictate everything and everything he's doing is illegal, even though all of his predecessors have done the same thing and took the same steps doing it.
And even worse,
It's just with him, it's
they
illegal.
still-
So if they wanted to just illegally deport her ass, they could have put a potato sack over her head, tied her ass up, and had her in her country on a plane.
Mhm.
But then she would have had the right to come back, and then the taxpayers would have had to pay that for their process. So again, if you're doing everything legally and processing it completely legally, that shit takes time.
Mhm.
So right now, because she feel like she can pop her shit and just say, "Oh, they ain't gonna do shit to me," that may be true, but also it may not be because again, the process takes time.
That's reasonable.
And the reason why it hasn't happened before now is because like Trump just got in office last year.
Mm-hmm. He was dealing with other things, and plus he got bigger fish to fry right now.
Right. Trust to believe, if they want her gone, she gonna be gone.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the part where Charlemagne, I see him lining her up, so we got context in this. Let's read.
She's pulling up facts. She's saying all they doing is talking shit.
She didn't say the fraud wasn't true though.
No, she didn't. But they didn't ask her if it's true. They asked her, "Do y'all believe this investigation is real?" She said they just talking.
Anything that they're
So do you
holding on to, yeah.
So are you saying that some of these investigations are more partisan than others? 'Cause
I
know
haven't
that
seen
the,
it.
the Justice Department has said that they're also going to look into your husband. Are you concerned about that?
They haven't said. I haven't seen a single investigation.
That's what I was wanting to know.
Yeah,
So is there an
if you know of some, let me know.
I wouldn't call it an investigation.
Yeah.
They
There's
not
been a
gonna tell
focus
the suspect how the investigation.
Hello?
I'm sorry. I'm speaking out loud. I'm like, they're not about to tell the suspect exactly what's going on with the investigation. They're gonna ask the people around you before they come to your ass. They collected information. That's how that goes. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I haven't seen it.
The Justice Department has said that they're also going to look into your husband. Are you concerned about that?
They haven't said. I haven't seen a single investigation.
That's what I was wanting to know.
Yeah,
So is there an
if you know
investigation?
of some, let me know.
I wouldn't call it an investigation.
Yeah.
There's just been a focus on the rapid increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's company.
Well, they have to make a choice to investigate, right? Like, do they choose to
do not
investigate or not?
I mean, if you've done something illegal, you would investigate.
But they're not investigating you.
I have not been made aware of an investigation.
That doesn't
into
mean
me
it's
or
not
my
happening.
family.
But when
And
you
then
look at the increase in your household
Correct.
wealth tied to your husband's companies, you understand why that raises questions for people watching from that.
Yeah, but that's again one of the
That's a good
it's
question,
their
Charlamagne.
saying, right? Like there is no wealth increase. If you look at my husband's income, it's almost non-existent. He's helped make sure our children are going to college and our young one is taken care of.
His income is almost non-existent. What is he making? Like $2 an hour?
Charlamagne got the look. There's just I'm peeping game. Charlamagne done looked this shit up on the sly while she was talking.
Okay.
You got that smug look. Let's let this play out.
My
Let's let this play out.
husband's income is almost non-existent,
Yeah.
but your net worth is not. Okay. That just means your money is overseas. Let's read.
Help make sure our children
stuttering
are
now.
going to college
She's
and
stuttering
our
now.
young one is taken care of. There is no wealth. There are ranges to businesses that he was invested in. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what.
But they say, well, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
because they said you reported a net worth between $6 million
24
and $30 million.
30.
And they said your 2023 disclosure was roughly $40,000, between $40,000 and $250,000.
But they're not net worths. They're like the asset things for the companies, and so I don't know what percentage of it my husband actually has investment in. Like that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a full picture of the numbers in the way that it is presented in the document, because in the documents we have to do ranges.
Oh God, this is word party like a motherfucker. I hate it.
Like, you not prepared for this? You knew this shit was coming, boy.
Hold up.
You're not prepared. As hell.
That's right. Oh, she's stunned like a motherfucker.
You have to like report
It's hell, yeah.
in that is not.
What's up?
I said, yeah, she really. Hour. Okay.
Detail. It's not like your tax return. That
So how did
you're
you go from 40,000
submitting
to
for the
6 to
public
30
record
million?
see.
But that is a big increase, though. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah.
at
But
least.
I'm pretty sure it'll get like
they
a
softballing, bro. They softballing, bro.
No, Charlamagne actually not,
no,
bro.
he's softballing, bro, because he brought it up, and now she's
trying to derail
she's
it,
not
man.
answering directly. She said, "Well, we
Yeah.
reported my husband has no income,
Hold
but
on, let me get
we
my
have to
30
report
seconds.
ranges."
Charlamagne being slick. He try. The play is.
I
He
mean, the
said something.
businesses and his investments. Girl, don't
No.
not one investment I've ever known increased that much over a year or two.
Hell no. So what Charlamagne's doing? He's slow rolling her to something, and she's not. I don't know if she's picking up on it. He's slow rolling. That's why he's like, all right, I went too hard there. Let me ease up here because I get her on the Somali scamming shit. That's why I get her on and see how this work. So he be a little slick. This he learned the game a little bit. Let's read.
Well, she like any business that they've opened has failed. So what is she talking about? But go ahead, let's read.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, so why did that happen? He didn't ask why. He just brought it up. He said, so this is why they're doing that. And she's, so he did not ask. See, that's where you're going with that dagger. So why did it happen? Where did that money come from?
That you're submitting for the public record to see.
But that is a big increase, though. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it'll get like adjusted at some level when those ranges are looked at.
And I think I saw that your husband was asked to turn over some documents but didn't comply. So, is that true?
Got him.
From who?
I don't know. I guess the Department of Justice. I don't know.
The House Oversight Committee and the
House
Government
Oversight Committee,
Reform Committee. That was what was
She got it
reported.
up
That I
too.
think it was early on in like January, February, that he was asked to turn over like,
done looked this
emails
shit
and
up.
different things. and
Yeah,
he
there
didn't
is
comply.
no there is no oversight that the Oversight Committee has over my husband or me. So why would you submit documents to an entity that has nothing to do with you?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
we ain't do it because
that's
y'all ain't got no power.
they have
over us.
oversight over the government, and
You're in the government,
and
though.
ethics is the one that has oversight over the member, not the spouse. And so
That's why you said earlier you was like, let them.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like I remember
She just exposed the game, bruh. She just exposed the game. She just said he doesn't have to report to it because they got ethics over me. So basically just saying I don't have to. She said, why would he have to report it if he doesn't have oversight over him? They have oversight over me. So that's why the wealth is going to him and not her. She just exposed it. She just openly admitted that shit by
He's right. He's right. She just stitched on herself.
Yeah. Yep. They
And
have no power over me, but they had the oversight is for me, not for my spouse. Oh, okay. So you can hide it through your spouse is basically what you're saying. Hey, Cudned. They won't find nothing on you because it'll all go to your spouse. All right, dog.
You keep
Gotcha.
thinking that. Keep thinking that. Now you just led me and see what Charlamagne was doing. Like this that softball approach where you seem friendly, you seem easy, and so they always playing this role. Now the hard questions coming because they got agenda too. So it makes me think like, have you been seeing like a lot of TMZ been going to Washington? Have you been seeing that?
Because I don't pay attention to TMZ.
No, real shit. TMZ seeing a lot of like journalists. They getting the celebrity treatment where they get asked some crazy ass questions and shit. So
that's cool.
So they like it's. I don't have to get a whole bunch of clips of that because I saw a couple of them. So TMZ they don't stop shopping to do something like this. So basically they'll act like they a friendly person, then they all of a sudden ask a controversial statement, and you see the reaction they the politics give them. So they doing. I don't know why. I don't know where this coming from. Like why now is Charlamagne acting like a goddamn journalist? This is some journalism 101, reporter 101. Especially you dealing with somebody that's a potential hostile
It might
interview or
have
whatever.
something to do with the he got the podcast Two Brilliant Idiots, and the producer on that podcast as well as his co-host, they've been doing some correction. That's the best way I can put it right now. Is and it may be raising some questions in Charlamagne's head about certain things. Now, and it's the same as Stephen A, where Stephen A is like, okay, this is the popular thing to do right now, so this is what we're going to do. And as soon as the attention switches over, we'll go, in a different direction. But right now, it's a popular thing to question the Democrats because they realize a lot of different people are starting to wake up to the Democrats and their BS.
And another part of this Breakfast Club is
So
on
for
Netflix.
ratings' sake,
Yeah, they're on Netflix.
Yeah, for ratings' sake, they're gonna be like, well, yeah, we gotta question them more. We gotta act, especially since they would never live down that whole interview with Joe Biden when he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And they let him get away with that.
Yeah, that was insane. All right, we got 3 more minutes.
Directly dance around that question.
Vix is the one that has oversight over the member, not the spouse. And so
that's why you said earlier you was like, let them
I mean that's the thing. It's like I remember like I've had maybe like I don't know 5 campaign finance complaints. Like they file a complaint every other day, and they want the headline, and then once those things get closed, no one writes about the fact that there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure once, this over whatever happened.
What's up?
Did she say 5 complaints a day?
I didn't hear that. I think she had 5 situations overall. I didn't hear 5 days. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
Happens with whatever Comer and them were trying to insinuate, that like nothing will be reported out of it because there's only the accusations that ever get picked up.
So she said they're not doing shit. They not doing. She just exposed the game. I don't have to comply because they don't. My husband don't have to comply because they have ethics over me, not him. That's where the money come from. All we want is votes. We don't care what you did. As long as you vote for what we want, you good. That's what she said. Then she said.
Go ahead.
Then she said, "They'll blow smoke, get the headline, get donations, get clicks, get retweets, and then not do shit." She said, "Once it dies down, nothing happens." She just exposed the game in 3 parts right there. She just said our own mouth.
I understand what y'all be saying.
They're playing
guys.
politics.
That's watching this right now. A lot of people in the comments be saying all the time, like, yeah. I believe it when somebody goes to jail.
I've been saying that on the video. Nobody ever goes to jail. All they do is woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Oof, woof, woof. Oh, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, woof, woof, woof. All they want is clicks. They want the media circus to go around to get people riled up, and nothing fucking happens ever. That's why Todd's right. Is anything gonna happen to Eric Swalwell? Is anything gonna happen to him? I don't know. I don't know. I believe that their goal was to get him out of the gut.
All right, so that's pretty much it on that, man. Shout out to Cartier family, man. And a lot of truth was thrown there. And Charlamagne actually had a good interview. Let's see how long it was. Yeah, I might say that. Juice Man had something to say about Blue Tracy thing. I might say that. Y'all got that to say. I got another one. This is crazy.
She been on the Lion tour, so it's not shocking.
What's up?
Again, she's very articulate and she enunciates very well, but she says absolutely nothing. And these are the people y'all voted in to sit and represent. She's a representative. Now I know how she got voted in for Minnesota, but that doesn't mean that she belongs there, because something tells me that a lot of those votes were from illegal residents.
All right. This I played this and that's it. I might do it. I might have to do a fish fry tomorrow. I'm just gonna set that up. I got 2 more stories out hip hop, or 3 stories out hip hop. So breaking Chad Allen Carr, the former Democrat mayor of Gettysburg, PA, and president of the Alphabet Pride organization. I'm not going through that whole I'm just keeping it a buck. Has been arrested again on additional child crime charges. This time he was arrested in Texas after he left PA following his initial arrest. So this is that.
I'll have you go ahead and set the dog down.
I'm sorry, what?
Set the dog down.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Turn around. Place your hands behind your back. You got anything on you?
A warrant from Pennsylvania. A warrant for what?
It's going to be a child case.
We're going to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Pennsylvania has issued a warrant for you for some reason.
Okay.
And we're just here to serve.
Then you call the attorney?
I will.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Lambo, we're going
to. I wouldn't say anything for you. They got 3 new cases on. Okay. So,
okay.
If you want to tell them, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell your business to your
Yes,
parents.
sir.
You're a grown man.
I understand.
This is between you and them up there.
I understand.
If you want to talk to your parents, I suggest talk to your attorney about it. You can say to your parents whatever you want to tell them.
I understand. Thank you, sir. Watch your head. Watch your head. Good job. Yeah, and I pulled everything out of his pockets.
Child predator, man. Yes. He got off easy.
And he looked like he owns a white van. I'm sorry. He does.
He on white van, an ice cream truck, and everything.
With blacked out windows, yeah. Or no windows at all.
Put the lotion put the lotion on skin, or you get the water hose again, Phoenix.
With that thin ass blanket in the back to cover the kid up after you blindfold and handcuff. Yeah. He looks like the type that traffics children. Just saying.
Little Buffalo Billish, that's what we're trying to say?
He fits the description.
Or Lil Gacy, what's it, Wayne Gacy? Lil that.
He's flavorful, I'll say that. With a little sugar.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna say is that I got 3 stories on save, and I'll leave it this. That'd be thing leave on.
If you say
I'm good because I sleepy.
Keep it. So what's kind of truth this? Let's read. It's only 2 minutes, and we end on that. All right.
if you stay to watch the video, please tag him down below, share and repost so we can try to get this to him as quickly as possible and hope that he can do something with this. President Trump, as a supporter who
Ain't it
voted for
wild
you
that you
3
never see
times,
white girls with gaps?
I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what
No.
Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Mundt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their company should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact. Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda. And that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet. This needs to end. And people need to start being held accountable for baseless claims over absolute abysmal things. It needs to end. So please, if you have it in your heart to have the time to do this, get this in front of Congress, get this passed as a law, and start holding these news corporations, be they right, left, or center, accountable for their behavior. Thank you. If you stay...
Yeah, I don't disagree one bit. You do you?
At all. No. I do not disagree. I will say she needs to adjust that content creator thing because most creators are reviewing stuff and giving their opinions. They're not stating anything as fact. Unless you consider yourself a journalist creating content on YouTube, on these social media sites, like a Don Lemon or Cuomo. Yeah.
The content creator side will be weird because, like, if you don't have the resources for, well, like, see, if you notice, every time I talk about the war in Iran and stuff, I don't necessarily get in, Iraq or whatever war. When you in the middle of a war, a lot of things is not going to be clear. A lot of things are not going to be said upon. A lot of things you're going to find out later on because, like, operational security type situation, right? So I go
Well, see, that's
by.
why I said they make that amendment. She makes that amendment because most content creators say this is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They don't say anything is rooted in fact because they're reacting to the things that they see. Unless you also identify as a journalist on these social media spaces like a Cuomo or a Lemon.
Yeah. But even like,
because again, Don Lemon raided a whole church and said, "Well, I was acting as a journalist."
yeah, he was opening line about that shit because you was once they
Right.
came in, you
So
were
they
following.
need to. Yeah, that's the types that need to because they do have those resources. Actually, they did have a big machine behind them, but they still had networks and resources behind them that they can actually tap into. So yes, they need to be responsible for that. Yeah.
All right.
And get their facts straight.
Yeah, they have to do that. So
Yeah.
that's all I got tonight, man. And it's almost at 2 hours, but I think we did a good job here. Don't you think?
That's fine. Yay. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, I'm sleepy too. So y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
You win. Perfect.
Have a nice night.